Hello guys. It has been a while. It has been so long since I've sat down like this and done a Coffee Chat Tuesday. I think I did Coffee Chat Tuesday back in like 2017. I think it was like when Milla was around 1 year old.
Hi guys, and welcome to Coffee Chat Tuesday. Every single Tuesday, I'm gonna sit down with you guys and have a little chat and just really take 10 minutes out to have a coffee.
I always loved my Coffee Chat Tuesdays, but then podcasts came out and everyone started doing like podcasts instead of video, and I kind of went down that realm. I did a couple different like podcasts here and there over the years. I did CAD with Kurt, which some of you guys might remember, which was ages ago as well. But yeah, I feel so good to be here. I feel like this is just my like safe space, my comfortable space. I also really love video podcasts. And yeah, what I kind of want my Coffee Chat Tuesdays to be is really unfiltered. I just want to show up. My goal isn't to come on here to tell you what you should be doing or telling you, you know, like do A, B, and C and you'll end up like D. Like I just want to honestly be over here, share my own experiences, hopefully along the way make other people not feel as isolated or alone, and just kind of share my own journey, you know, different things that have worked for me or haven't worked for me, and different scenarios or phases of life that I'm going through. And the cool thing about this, like I said, like it's just so unplanned, and I just want it purely to be me like speaking from my heart and you know what's going on. So I feel like there has been so much happening behind the scenes, and you guys know I don't like being that person. I'm not someone who will usually keep much to myself. Like I won't go, okay, you have to wait and see what this is or wait and find out. But I think when you guys realize what we've had happening at home, you will completely understand why I've made the decision to keep a lot of what's happening at the moment private for the time being. And then when, you know, we get to a certain point, obviously I'll share everything that's going on. But the main reason that I'm not sharing as we're kind of going along the journey of what we're doing right now is purely for the safety of our family. And yeah, I thought that what we're kind of doing at the moment would happen a lot sooner. So I thought, oh, I'd probably just have like a few weeks off or something like that. And it's ended up just being like a way longer process. So yeah, I'm so excited to share it all with you guys. And I've been documenting the entire journey, and it has been a big one. And I think you guys will kind of have so much more understanding as well why I have, you know, like been MIA so much. But doing something like this, like a sit down chat, is so easy. It literally takes like 15 minutes out of my day. And I just honestly miss you guys. Like I was talking to Kurt this morning and I was like far out, like having this break, because obviously we thought that it would be a lot shorter of a break, and then things have just prolonged out. It's really made me realize like how much I genuinely love, especially YouTube, connecting with you guys and all the different things that I'm going through, happy times or struggles. And yeah, it feels like journaling to me. So this is the start of Coffee Chat Tuesday. So every single Tuesday we'll be having a coffee chat, and then every single Thursday will be my usual vlogs. The vlogs might still be a few weeks away, but they are coming. And yeah, I feel really great about this because I feel like it's going to be such a nice way to be able to kind of juggle more time with the family, more time with the kids. Obviously Cody's gone back to work, so he's only home typically on a Saturday and a Sunday. I feel like that is going to be such a beautiful balance. So what's been going on? What's been going on in my life? Firstly, something I haven't really spoken about over here, little bits and little pieces, but not in depth, is just how incredible Milla is doing this year at school. I remember, I think it was like the first week back, I kind of updated you guys and said like she's doing so great. It is like chalk and cheese. So for any parents out there that were kind of following my struggles with Milla, struggling with anxiety and really having a hard time going to school, hang in there. Hang in there, because yeah, I honestly can't believe how happy she is, and it makes me so happy to see her, you know, thriving and dropping her off to school and her being like linky and them like laughing and having so much fun and picking them up, and they're both like telling me about their amazing day. And I've also had so many people asking me like the main things that I feel like I've done that have really helped Milla through this journey. I have no idea whether it is an age thing as well, and I really want to mention that because I do know when I was younger I struggled a lot with anxiety around the same sort of age as Milla did. So I don't know whether it's something where she has kind of like grown out of a development and maybe, you know, she is just at a better age. But something that I did do is all throughout the school holidays, I really tried to give her more responsibilities. I feel like being a mum and having multiple kids, sometimes it's really easy to fall into the habit of just like doing everything for all the kids. Okay, no worries, I'm making this one a peanut butter sandwich anyway, so I may as well make the next one, you know, their sandwich, or make this or make that. And I feel like what I started to do was I just started to do a lot of things for Milla where she's at an age where she can actually do so much herself and she's so capable. So I really tried to focus on building up her self-confidence and making her realize, oh wow, I can do hard things. So little things like when we went to the shops and she wanted to buy something, rather than me like taking control and grabbing the thing off her and paying for it and doing it all, I'd be like, okay babe, you go up, you do it all, and I'll be right here, or I'll wait out the front and like watch her and let her take more control. Also, when we'd go up to like our local pub, there's a water fountain up there. We love our local pub. So while Kurt and I were like sitting down having a beer and a wine, having some food or whatever, Miller said like, I'm thirsty. We used to always get up and go get her a drink, and now I'm like, okay babe, go grab it. So she's just doing more things like that, and I added in so many little changes like that every single day. And as I did that, I really noticed her confidence started to shine, because it makes sense. Like, it makes so much sense. If somebody's doing something for you all the time, it's not going to make you feel as confident. It's not going to make you feel like you're capable of doing those things. So I think looking back and reflecting that that's somewhere where I have gone wrong. And I think it's the thing, like I said, of having younger kids and Miller being the eldest, the fact that I'm doing all the things for the other two, I just kind of went into autopilot and kept doing it for her. And now even with Linky Babe, you know, I'm giving him the same sort of responsibilities already too with a lot of things, but obviously Miller's are a little bit higher. And the things that I feel comfortable with her doing, some of them I won't feel comfortable with Linky doing because he is a couple years younger. But yeah, I honestly feel in my gut and my heart that that has made so much of a difference. And I think the thing is as well, before that, when I tried to build her self-confidence, I did it too extreme. So I would like put her in dance classes, which for her, someone who's already feeling so anxious, that was like so extreme to go to this like brand new place with all these people, not in a comfort zone, anything like that, and do that. Whereas doing the small little things, it's worked so well, because like say up at our pub, we go there regularly. We're there like, you know, every other week. So it's an environment that she feels comfortable. She knows the staff. She's been going since she was a baby, and it was like the perfect time for me to start being like, okay, you go ask them for this, you go do that. And she even would be like, I want ice with my water. I'm like, okay, cool, go ask this person up at the bar, because we like know all of them by name. So just little things like that, I feel like were the perfect stepping stones for her, versus us really throwing her in the deep end. So for us personally, I'm sure every single kid is going to be so different, but I think this is what I feel like has really, really helped her. And yeah, it's amazing, guys. She is just shining. I also really, truly do believe as well that having me around a lot more is helping, and not even having me around a lot more, but having me around a lot more and a lot less stressed. Like even Kurt was saying to me yesterday, because he went actually for his first ever drop off yesterday to take the kids with me, because he ended up having a day off. And he was like, I can't believe how much more calm you are. And I sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, like the frantic Kiara in the mornings really is gone. And I feel like before, when I was overworking myself, had so much stuff going on, I was just like constantly rushing everyone, because I was constantly in a rush. I had too much going on. I had too much burden. I couldn't fit it all in. Running myself off my feet. So between juggling, you know, putting out 10 pieces a week for Love Ellis Rose to now doing like 10 pieces a month, and Grow and Glow was a huge burden that took up so much of my time. And it's not even like, you know, creating the documents, doing the research, doing this, doing that, but also just the non-stop conversations and chats that had to happen back and forth. It took up so much of my time, and I feel like I was just on my phone so much more than I would have liked to be. So yeah, I think on reflection as well, that has made a massive impact. I feel so much more cruisy. Like, yes, life happens and we've had things going on, like you guys will see in the next, hopefully, few weeks, if everything happens in the right timing. But I feel like I'm coping with it all so much better, because like, yeah, everything's just shifted in a way where I'm just like focusing on them, hanging with them, and then like, just like I used to, juggling, working where I can, whether that means me waking up early in the morning and trying to get bits and bobs in, and then even at school, like trying to get it done. Even though lately, honestly, this whole thing we're doing, I feel like is taking up so much of my time. So when they are at school, I'm like more so doing that than work. And as well, the last month I have had Regan off at home. There's just been like one thing after another, guys. And I said to Kurt, I was like, I love her so much. Like, she is the bee's knees, but I was like, holy dooly, I'm getting to the point where I feel like I just need a break. Like, it's just like that hour in the day to go for a walk, or to be able to like sit down and have a chat and film like this with you guys. Right now she's having some quiet time watching iPad, so let's see how long it lasts. But yeah, she had like this really bad cold, so she had a little bit of time off with that. And then we had the cyclone come through, so then she had another week off with that. And then I think it ended up, actually it was 2 weeks off with the cyclone. She went the Monday, had the appointment on the Tuesday, then the cyclone was like coming pretty well on the Wednesday. So then she had the following week off as well. And then she's been having some tummy problems. So she's been going back and forth to pediatrician appointments and stuff too, guys. But yeah, I've had my little psychic with me a lot of the time, which has just made it a little bit more chaotic. Like I said, I love Riggy so much. She is the bee's knees and I love having time with her. But yeah, I think it was the little things where I was like finding my feet a little bit and like getting into the swing of my new routine and trying to still find time to like go to Pilates and get my walks in and do those things around the kids. Obviously, you know, I was doing all those things while they were at school, and now I've had her at home. I just haven't been doing, honestly, anything for myself. But also, you know what? That's life. And I know I'll get back there. So I'm just trying to be patient, guys. But yeah, there's a lot happening right now. Life feels busy, but in a way that I'm like so much more content. It's like busy with the kids, busy with helping them, busy with doing homework, busy with doing drop-offs. Then when they're at school, obviously busy with this other thing happening, but also I'm human, so bring back for school for Regan. I'm just ready for like good routine, good structure. I feel like honestly this last 6 months there's just been so much change, so much in our life that has completely switched around, and it's great. And I think it shows. Previously, you know, I might have said things, but I hadn't actually put things in place to make the changes happen. And I feel like what I'm really doing this last like 6 months is I've been really committing myself to this lifestyle change to kind of revert back to how I was, you know, 4 years ago, and wanting to just spend way more time with the kids. And honestly, I just feel like less is more these days. I feel like I don't want all the fancy things. I don't want all the materialistic things. Like I just want a good life balance and to not have heaps of stress or pressure. Like I'm not at a point where I'm like, I want to keep like going for this and going for that. Like obviously there's pros to that, but there's also cons, because the more you're constantly in this battle, it's really easy to not be happy with where you're at and not really feel like happiness from the simple things in life, like sitting down, having a cup of tea, watching a beautiful sunrise, watching a beautiful sunset, because you're so busy and constantly thinking of the future that you kind of get in this trap of always thinking of what's next. I just feel like there is so much stress and pressure that comes with that, because as things grow, there's so much more responsibility. So you have so much more that's on your plate. And I feel like with my kids, especially being so young, I just was missing out on way too much. And yeah, it just feels so nice to be making these changes. And there's still more that are happening behind the scenes, which you guys will see. It's been so many changes. But you know, like even a huge thing is Cody reverting back to work, because I don't have him to lean on, so I can't work that much. I need to drop the kids off. I need to pick the kids up. I need to be there to help them with their homework and, you know, make their lunches for them. Like it really has put me in a position where I'm leaning into that role. And yeah, it just feels so good, guys. It's so funny, hey? Like this is the life that I lived like 4 years ago, and I loved it and I was so happy, but I was just always thinking about like, what's next? And then I went to that like what was next position, and I was just so much more unhappy. And you know, that's the cool thing about life. You can always change and you can revert things back to the old ways, but you also need to be okay for changes in other areas, because obviously me reverting things back to old ways, like I'm not making as much money as I was back then. I'm not making the same income as I was, because I'm not, you know, I'm not doing things the same way. I'm not working with anywhere near as many brands. I'm not uploading anywhere near as much content for Love Ellis Rose. I'm kind of going back to basics. And also I'm leaning into what I love. So rather than me like focusing so much on, you know, like the work things, I'm focusing more on like the connection, and that feels really, really nice. But anyways, guys, welcome back to Coffee Chat Tuesdays. This is the first of many. This will be it. Every Tuesday, coffee chat, catch up. Let me know down below if there's any like topics or anything you guys want to have a chat around. But I miss you guys. It feels so good to be back. And yeah, I won't be back vlogging yet this Thursday. I'll keep you guys updated with when the vlogs are coming out, but hopefully within the next few weeks, but I don't know. Life will work out the way it's supposed to. But I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday.